The financial year 2023-2024 budget has been prepared against a background of a challenging external and domestic environment.
National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Njuguna Ndongo, while presenting his maiden speech in Parliament, affirmed that the government will pay all its debt when they fall due and cut the budget deficit for the fiscal year starting July to 4.4% from an estimated 5.8% in this financial year.
The government will continue to support economic recovery by pursuing prudent macroeconomic policies geared towards reducing debt vulnerabilities and supporting sustainable and inclusive development. Inflation rate has remained above 7.5%, which is the upper bound target since June 2022.
The CS says Kenya's public debt remains sustainable, but with elevated risks of debt distress due to persistent global shocks that adversely affect liquidity ratios.
How do we resuscitate and correct the structural effects that have come from sustained multiple shocks?
The depreciation of the Kenyan shilling against major currencies and the rise of interest rates has also elevated the cost of debt service.
This is driven mainly by high food prices and energy prices following the adverse weather conditions and high global oil prices, but also compounded by the pass-through effects from the domestic currency depreciation.
In the 2023-2024 budget estimates, National Treasury said the government will continue with its fiscal consolidation plan to reduce public debts.
In order to anchor inflation expectations, the Central Bank of Kenya, through Monetary Policy Committee, tightened monetary policy during the last 1 year by raising the central bank rate to 9.5% in March 2023 from 7.5% in May 2022. This monetary policy action, together with improved agricultural production occasioned by the wrong rains and supported by fertilizer subsidy program and the ongoing importation of key food items, particularly maize, cooking oil, rice, sugar, at a duty-free window, are expected to ease the domestic prices and basic food items.
The Kenya Kwanza's borrowing, he says, will decline from 849 billion shillings that was projected in the 2022-2023 financial year. In the budget, President William Ruto's government plans to source 588.5 billion shillings locally, while 131.5 billion shillings will come from international lenders. This comes even as the rest of the East Africa's community counterparts, including Tanzania, Uganda and Rwanda, presented their 2023-2024 budgets before their respective parliaments, according to the EAC treaty, with all the countries expecting the overall national government spending to rise in the upcoming financial year. Linda Koskei, K24 TV.